Thanks for picking me up. WA4KM. This is W4OB.
Well, okay, Ray. Well, you're sounding good out of Sandy Springs, and always good to hear you. And thanks for being here on this Tuesday evening. Okay, I see. Next on the list, we'll pick up Alan up there in beautiful Lake Cheerful. Alan, how's everything going? N4OZI, this is WA4KM.
Okay, Kevin. WA4KM. In prenup, N4OZI. Doing pretty good. Band's in pretty right shape. I think I got some summer activity. Somebody was saying last night, this morning time, that the band's going to be significantly hit, and boy, they weren't kidding. It's pretty rough, but that's the way it goes. Doing pretty good. Been getting ready for the Dayton Hamvention, and be heading up there next week. So we'll be looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun. We also put something on the QRZ page, on my QRZ page. Somebody on Facebook had posted some pictures of a Radio Shack from 1978. It looked like it was done by the manager or something. I guess maybe they were put down to put our up and get it looking appropriate, and they wanted to see some pictures. Well, they took. Whoever did it, I guess it was the manager, took pictures of it, and it's kind of neat to see the stuff that's in the Radio Shack from 1978. There is no cell phones, there are no computers. It is 8-track stereos and cassette stereos and old scanners and TVs and stuff like that, along with color TV antennas stacked in the back. It was pretty neat. But there's a link on my QRZ page right at the bottom of Hamthat photos there. Vintage Radio Shack photos from 1978. It's pretty interesting. Some of the guys and I were talking about it last night, and it was pretty interesting. Not much else going on. Band sure is rotten. But that's the way it goes. It comes and goes, and that's just the way it is. I had a very weak copy on Bob, but Ron, you're bringing in. And I got a fairly good copy on you, Sam. So let me send it back to you. I can't stick around too long. I'll stick around a little bit for the net, but then pretty soon I got to get going. So if you get to the net time and you call me, I'm not there, you know, I had to kill us right and get going. Appreciate you calling me, Kevin. WA4KM is N4OZI.
Okay, Alan. Well, maybe Sam, when he calls it, after the officer, maybe he can put you up there on the one of the first few, since you have to skedaddle, as they say. It's always good to hear you, Alan. And yeah, you got a good signal. And that's odd. Bob usually pegs my needle down here, and he was lying on me too. So the band is in kind of rough shape. Okay, let's see. We'll pick up Eddie Brown, and then we'll take some more check-ins, and then Bob, and then try to see if we can pick Norm up. But Eddie Brown, what's going on down in Williamson? KA4AMI, this is WA4KM in a Tuesday night pre-net for the SAMRC.
Okay, WA4KM, this is KA4AMI. Good evening, Kevin and everybody else. Man, the signals are very strange. I started listening about 6 o'clock. Of course, it's 6:40 now, and I could not even hear Sam. I heard Ron real well, and then about 20 after I was listening in, and I could hear Sam starting to come in, but I couldn't hear Mac. That was very strange, not be able to hear Mac. But anyway, Mac's signal came up, Ron's signal went down, so I don't know where I fall into this, but I'm glad to be here and copying most everybody now. But it may be a rough night for y'all, and like I always say, though, anybody can do it under ideal conditions, and you guys can handle it. I know you can. Let's see. Ron, I've got my current limiting device over here. It is a Variac in a plywood box with an outlet installed with a light bulb on top that I rigged up here a few years ago. And we should take a picture of that and put it next to your new rig there. so everybody get a good laugh. But this one doesn't trip, but it sure, if you got a short, it lights up and it won't let anything burn up. So at least I hadn't yet. But we can put pictures up there and everybody can get a laugh of the old way and the new way. So great job, Ryan. I looked at those pictures. That's a beautiful job you did on that. So anyway, Kevin, good on your camping trip. At my age, I don't do roughing it. It's got to have AC, sewer connections, television, Wi-Fi, water, you name it. I guess you could say that roughing it to me is a Holiday Inn in a dry county anyway. Anyway, that's enough of that. Back to you, and thanks for you and picking it up tonight. WA4KM, this is KA4AMI, Williamson, Georgia.
Almost like that, Eddie Brown. We took the camper, it's 33 feet with double slides, water. We fill up. They got a water station there and a dump station for a centralized, if you've been to Case Cove, but everything else is no power, no nothing. But I took, listen, not one, but for my wife, 3 generators and 600 amp hour lithium phosphate batteries. So and 3 EcoFlow power stations, which we didn't use, but one of the bunch, the generator to charge up the batteries and then run the AC during the day. So we took hot showers. So a guy told me we wasn't roughing it. We wasn't campers. We were glampers, GLA, glampers. So I said, well, I'm the same way. I can't do the tent hard roots in the ground. So anyway, we had a great time up there 5 days and got some good stuff with the bears. We rode our bikes on the whole trail. We got electric bikes, 12 miles, and got some good pictures of bears, deer, and turkey. But anyway, that's about that. Let's see. Let's take a standby here before we pick Bob up and see if we've got anyone else out there that would like to get that box at this time. Please come now. This is WA4KM.
403 Foxtrot Blue Delta.
Okay, I heard K3FZ Delta. Anyone else? Okay, well, we picked up one. We'll pick up more. And the band is getting a little better. I agree with Eddie Brown. But, Eddie, you were 20 over most of your conversation there at the end. You went to S9, then back up to 10, so it is squirrely. Hey, Bob, hope you're doing well, sir. K4BKC, it's up to you in Columbia. This is WA4KM.
WA4KM, this is K4BKC. Well, Kevin, the band is in rough shape up here. There's a whole lot of noise and it's not very good propagation at all. I'm having to use the Birmingham Web SDR that Brian has up to listen to any of you all. My local receiver's not doing too well tonight. But I appreciate you running the pre-net. You're sounding good through Birmingham. And everybody else is also. And good to hear everybody. Back to you, Kevin. Thanks for picking me up. WA4KM, K4BKC.
Okay, Bob. Well, you sound good. Your voice sounds strong, and like I said, I'm glad you're doing better, and I hope you continue to do as so. And normally, like I said, you're 30, 40 over. You and Virgin, y'all are some of the loudest horns up north. So, strange band conditions. Okay. Well, speaking of Norm, let's see. Y'all listen out for him. Let's see if we can pick Norm up. IUC. Norm, it's over to you for your comments in the pre-net, sir. This is WA4KM.
Just break in and say good evening to Andrew. I couldn't even hear Sam in there earlier, and if he's calling the net, I'd never be able to check in. So just color me gone. God bless. Take care, Kevin. Doing a good job. A lot of them in here, and I hope Johnson Ranger Barefoot. WA4KM, W7IUC.
Well, okay, Norm. Well, I tell you what, I actually heard you really good as some of the other guys with the bigger stations, and the Johnson Ranger's doing a fine job. The audio sounds great, and you're making it through just fine. And I'll make a note here that you may not be staying for Sam if we get to you. And it's so good to hear you, sir. All righty, next on the list we got, and then we'll take some more check-ins, hopefully. We got K3FZ Delta up there in Tennessee, up around Signal Mountain. It's over to you for your comments. This is WA4KM in the Tuesday night Southeastern AM Radio Club SwapNet.
This is K3FZ from Signal Mountain. I'm not a real big signal on Signal Mountain. It's only a DX60. It would still fit input for the final amplifier 90 watts. So I hope I am good enough and people here.
Well, okay. Well, I did copy you pretty good. Like I said, the band is noisy, not good as normal, but I did hear you, and thanks for stopping by on this Tuesday evening. It's always good to hear from you. All righty, let's see if we've got any more people out there that would like to check in. Again, this is for the ones listening that can hear us, even on the SDRs or what have you. This is the Tuesday night edition of the SAMRC Swap and Fellowship Net, which that's the Southeastern AM Radio Club SwapNet. If you want to see what the net is about, go to w4ami.org, whiskey 4 alpha mike india.org, O-R-G. And we got a 300th member, Paul, which is awesome, and there's some other projects going on, so y'all go check out that website and become a member if you'd like. It doesn't cost anything. We'd love to have you. Okay, at this time, we'll take some more pre-net check-ins. This is WA4KM. Please come with the check-ins.
W4OLJ.
KW4TV. Okay, well, I had you down, Virgil. I thought I heard you earlier, but I got you. You'll be next. And I got KW4TV. Hello, Manuel. And was there another one out there? Okay, I guess not. All righty, hey Manuel, and hello Virgil. Up to you, Virgil. I was thinking about you when I came up 411 to 321, and I seen Sweetwater, Tennessee, and Athens on the way to Caves Cove. Over to you, Virgil, for your comments. W4OLJ. This is WA4KM.
WA4KM. This is W4OLJ. Okay, Kevin. Well, I wish you had just turned off there and come right over here. We're about 2.5, 3 miles off the interstate, and not far. We're between the two exits there. So, but we'd been glad to have you stop by. But I know you was wanting to get on up to Caves Cove. We were up there not long ago. It was really nice. We just drove around the loop and enjoyed it. We didn't see any animals much. I don't know. My grandson went up there, and I don't know. Well, it was, I guess, back in the winter, and he saw deer and saw a bear, but we didn't see anything. But we enjoyed the trip anyway. Anyway, that's enough of that. But I'm glad you had a good time up there roughing. It sounds like it was really rough with all that kind of equipment you had there, Kevin. But anyway, back to you there, and you're doing a great job. WA4KM, W4OLJ.
Okay, Virgil. Yeah, we actually got videos. I'm sure Manuel, he's seen it on Facebook. I just uploaded them today. We seen one day 11 bears, 3 bears in each pack, and then one that had 4, a mama and 3 cubs, a mama and 3 cubs, and mama and 4 cubs. We seen 11 bear one day, 36 deer, I forget, probably 100 turkeys in that one day. We rode the bikes around it on Wednesday. It's bike only, electric bikes. What we rode is 12 miles, and seen all kind of wildlife. It was great. Anyway, alrighty, let's see. Speaking of that, let me send it down there to the tallest mountain in Florida, and then we'll take some more check-ins. Manuel, what's going on? KW4TV. This is WA4KM. KW4TV. Well, Kevin, it's still bad down this way. It's doing a little bit better. I sure did. I believe it now. But I know y'all had a good time back in the field. But he enjoyed getting to see it. But anyway, with that, I'll turn it back to you, kid. KW4TV. Okay, man. Well, I'm copying you good. You must be on that them 811 amp, that little baby amp. Anyway, I've copied you just fine, actually. So, keep doing what you're doing. I'm copying you really good. I hope the other guys are as strong as you are down there. If the I-10 curtain, as Eddie Brown says, hopefully it's not up. Okay, we've reached the bottom of this pre-net list. Let me see if we've got any more wishing to check in this evening. This is the Tuesday night 3885 SAMRC SWAT and Fellowship Net. If you'd like to get on the pre-net roster and make some transmissions, please come at this time. This is WA4KM. Okay, well, we're back up at the top. We'll pick up Dr. Ron Mack and then Sam. So, Dr. Ron, over to you. And if you don't mind, I think Ray was wanting to know what Paul's last name was or call sign. And he is number 300. So, WB4GWA. And thanks for all that you do with that website. It's great. Over to you, sir. WA4KM.
Okay, Kevin, WA4KM from WB4GWA in Concord. Well, I'm copying everybody. Some better than others. Virgil, you're doing here, and Bob, I copied you just fine. And Manuel, no trouble at all here in Manuel. So, and of course, I heard Ray and all his cohort up there. And 4OZI, the whole crowd. So maybe the band is getting a little bit better. Ray, his name is Paul Carlson, C-A-R-L-S-O-N, Paul. He runs a Patreon site called Mr. Carlson, and does a lot of restorations and has a lot of unique circuits that he comes up with. And because of his commitment to the restoration of boat anchors and everything, we invited him to join the SAMRC. And he wrote me a very nice note back indicating his appreciation for that, his delight in being asked to join. So we are truly international now because he is up in British Columbia, and he's a Canadian. And if you're not familiar with this Patreon site, it's, as Max said, it's well worth investigating. You can actually become a Patreon member and have access to his unique circuitry and that sort of thing. But he posts a lot of things on YouTube as well. And there's several guys out there that are doing that kind of work, and it's really interesting to see what some of them come up with. But it's a lot of fun to just check out the creativity of other people, and I'm grateful that he agreed to become a member of the SAMRC and make us truly international. A unique outfit we have here, that's for sure. You're coming in here like gangbusters tonight, Kevin. Just full quiet. WA4KM, WB4GWA Concord.
Okay, Dr. Arnold, I appreciate it. Yeah, you've come way up too. I mean, I was hearing you fine earlier, but you've come way up as well. And of course, I got on the flex with all the filters so I could hear a little better, and I'm running the 3000 at 325 watts of care. So anyway, doing what I can, just shy of legal. Let's see. Next on the list, we got Mr. Mack up there in Ball Ground, Georgia. Mack, over to you for your comments. And thanks for helping out and get everything going before the pre-net. That helps a lot too, more than you may know. And I know you'll get that Turbo 3 going with a ground to grid. And I know it's a challenge, I think, trying to screen drive it or whatever you're doing. But anyway, over to you, Mac, and then we'll pick up some more, hopefully, check-in. So W4AX in background, this is WA4KM.
All right, thank you, Kevin. WA4KM, W4AX, and good evening to everyone. And Ray, shout out to you and to Bob. Good evening to you, both of my friends there. Everybody's a friend, but they gave me a shout out on return. And Dr. Ron, great job of getting Paul to join SAMRC, and it's quite an honor that he's number 300. If you guys don't know about the Mr. Carlson's Lab YouTube channel, he's pretty legendary, so you may want to go check it out. And Kevin, I got a kick out of your glamping, and that's my kind of camping also. So you're a good granddad to go help out like that, and I'm sure that the kids had a great time. And I didn't mean to say, I wasn't saying anything negative about stations that are, 50 or 60 watts. I've got plenty of those. It was just for net control this time of year. It makes it really tough when they're in the little power behind it. That's all. So I hope I didn't offend anyone. WA4KM, W4AX, and thanks for running the net.
Okay, Mac. Well, I appreciate you and what you're doing, helping out. And you're, like Ron says, you're full quiet now. You've come way up. Everybody's coming up, which, it's getting to be spring and summertime, and it's going to get noisy, but we'll get through it. We got a lot of good people here to help relay, and just a great group here. I'm telling you, good people. Alrighty, let's see, what else was I going to say? Yeah, that was glamping. That's what I was told I was glamping and not camping, and I got a kick out of that as well. And my wife would not, well, she did years ago, in case she's listening behind me, but we did do the truck campers and all that, but now we've gotten older, and she says she loves glamping. So we're going to be taking that thing out west probably for a couple months in the summer, or that's the plan, hopefully. Alrighty, let's see, next I got my fellow partner. Well, Sam, it's over to you, and I guess you can go ahead and make one, then pick it up, because it'll be about that time, and it's going to be rough, but we'll get through it, sir. KF4TXQ, over to you for your comments, and then after that, pick it up. This is WA4KM, and everybody, again, please go check out the W4AX.org website. So over to you, Sam. This is WA4KM.
Mighty fine, Kevin. You're coming in great, and looking forward to the rest of the net and so forth. And we'll start it up on the W4AMI call here, the official call sign of the Southeastern AM Radio Club, SWAPnet. And but anyway, well, that's great. We got Paul Carlson coming along. That's good to have him with us. He's very prestigious. And that's good. We need all we can get. And I'm glad you like glamping. And, we've got a fine glamping place just up Sandy Creek from me here. And, in fact, he actually has a little tent down there at the point on our waterfront. And they do pretty well. They got some real nice situations down there. It's about half tent, half cabin, how they do. But anyway, if you'll look a search on glamping, they will come up. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. But anyway, so good to hear everybody in here this evening. And I'm on the Little Hoss, as always. And I've got a Little Hoss's clone. It'll be Little Hoss 2.0. And but anyway, I've had it on the air, and Eddie Brown has heard it. He said it sounds just like Little Hoss, except I haven't quite got all the lash up. Was telling Dr. Ron about it. I just didn't want to do anything that would cause me to stick my fingers in someplace I shouldn't. But anyway, that's the way it goes. But people are coming in pretty good, and there's no doubt that the I-10 curtain is up. But Manuel, you're coming in good. War Eagle to you, buddy. KW4 TV from the tallest mountain in Florida. And Mac, you're coming in good ball ground. And I hear the siren screaming there. I hope it's just, not a great emergency. I just hope it's a warning or something. But anyway, this is Kilo Fox 4 Tango X-Ray Quebec. And since I'm glad as Iris has turned up, I'm going to go ahead and assume the call. This is W4AMI with the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net. And good to have everybody that's checked in. So hold on, hear everybody. Let's see. Next, I'm going to turn it to Bob, K4BKC. He's our president, and he's in Columbia, Tennessee. So, K4BKC, go ahead and make one, sir. This is W4AMI.
Well, W4AMI, this is K4BKC. Good evening, Sam, and good evening to everyone on the net. Welcome, everyone, to the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net. We appreciate you taking the time to stop and join us this evening. Always a pleasure to hear every one of you. And I'll join everyone in welcoming Paul Carlson, DE7ZWZ, is our 300th member. Well, now, glad to have him on board. Thank you, Dr. Ron, for reaching out to him. We want to continue to keep Manuel, KW4TV, and his daughter and family in our thoughts and prayers as they go through their health issues while they're on the Gulf Coast. We think about you all the time, Manuel, and also we need to keep Susan, W4 Ben Booth's prowler. She's recently had a broken hip, and she's recuperating at home with some complications from that, and gradually getting better. And she extended her best wishes to everyone on the net. Everything's going well here in Columbia. The band is off the building now, but I'm managing to hear everybody. The band is improving some. I'm listening on the R390. Yeah, but right now I'm listening on the R390 and Brian's WebSDR in Birmingham. So I'm managing to hear everybody pretty well. Thanks, Sam, for picking it up, and appreciate you running the net, and thanks, Kevin, for the pre-net. Back to you, Sam, W4AMI, K4BKC.
Mighty fine, Bob, K4BKC, Columbia, Tennessee, president of the SAMRC, and we appreciate all you do for not only the SAMRC, but ham radio in general. And so we're going to rock along here and head on down the list as I've got it. Next we got Eddie Brown, KA4AMI in Williamson, Georgia. He's our treasurer. Eddie, it's your turn, sir. I guess you're on the gates. But anyway, KA4AMI. This is W4AMI.
Okay, W4AMI. This is KA4AMI. Good afternoon, Sam. Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you and Kevin for handling the net tonight. It's going to be tough, or it is tough right now. All signals are up and down over here in Williamson, but I'm copying everybody so far just fine. And I hope everyone's doing well tonight. I'd like to also extend a warm welcome to Paul, VE7ZWZ, and welcome to our club. And maybe he'll, I feel reasonably sure he can't hear us right now, but he probably listens on the YouTube channel that rebroadcast our net almost every Tuesday. So that's on Wavelength Radio. So welcome to him, and let's see. That's about it. From here, we had a great day today. We fooled around the house here and did a little this, that, and the other. Basically nothing really. But enjoying the net, and it's good to hear everybody. That's about all from here. I could tell camping stories, but I won't get into it. Band conditions are too bad, and it'd probably bore you anyway. So back to you there, Sam. Signals really come up since I heard you earlier. About 6 o'clock, I couldn't hear you. I heard Ron just fine, but I just could not pull you through. You or Alan, for that matter. But Alan, I heard his last transmission, part of it anyway. W4AMI, this is KA4AMI. And oh, and by the way, we're on the People's Radio tonight, the Johnson Viking Ranger. Listen on a R274 or SX73, whichever you like to call it, and a little help from SPT20 with the D104. KA4AMI, 73, y'all.
73 is Eddie Brown. Good to have you with us, and thanks for all you do. And the People's Radio is sounding fine. But I tell you what, the propagation's on that bungee cord again. Not bad on you, but it is on some of the other stations. But you know how it is. We just got to live with it, and we just have to embrace it as it is, because we ain't got no control over it. All right, mighty good. Okay, next we got Dr. Ron, WB4GWA in Concord, our trustee of the call. It is your turn, Dr. Ron. This is W4AMI.
Okay, Sam, W4AMI from WB4GWA in Concord. Good evening to you, and good evening to everybody else on the net tonight. Sure good to hear everybody, even though it's a little marginal tonight. But so far, I'm copying everybody, so just have to kind of put up with board, as Sam calls it. Eddie, you're much stronger than you were a while ago, so the ground wave at least is getting here. And Bob, I'm copying you quite well. So anyway, hearing everybody really good, and certainly we'll keep Susan in our prayers. I was thinking about Ben the other day, and certainly we want to give thanks for his memory and for all that he meant to many of us. And it's always good to get here on Tuesday night and hear all these good voices and hear all these folks that are on tonight. And of course, Manuel, we are continuing to lift up you and your daughter in our prayers, and just hope that God's grace and mercy will be showered on you guys for sure. We're on Millie tonight, and copying on the SX73. And as I said, hearing everybody pretty well tonight. But I am truly grateful for all of the activity and all of the loyalty of every person who's a part of this organization, and just really glad to have it as one of the premier AM organizations in the country. And as I said, now that Paul is with us, we are truly international. That's good. Back to you, Sam. W4AMI from WB4GWA in Concord.
Okay, Dr. Ron, well, thank you very much for all you do for the club, and especially for keeping up that website. You're doing a yeoman's task there, and I hope you're hearing me all right. Little Hoss is doing his thing, and all the fire he can generate is going into the wire, but I don't know how well propagation is cooperating with that effort. But anyway, we'll just rock along. Okay, this is W4AMI with the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net that happens every Tuesday night at this time and so forth, and proud to have y'all with us. Okay, let's go to Mac in Ball Ground, Georgia. W4AX, it is your turn, sir. This is W4AMI.
All right, W4AMI, W4AX, and thanks so much for running the net tonight. All our net controls and club officers do such a phenomenal job, and I'm so appreciative. And good evening to everyone. And Manuel, when it comes to me, please, or maybe Sam will take a break and go to you, please tell us your daughter's first name so that we can include her specifically in our prayers. And Sam, I'm still looking for a tube legal limit amplifier, SB220, AL1200, AL1500, one of the many ones that are out there. So if somebody has one they'd like to part with, please contact me. I'm good on QRZ. Thanks again, Sam. W4AMI, W4AX.
Okay, Mac, mighty fine. Good to have you with us. And with your whopping signal, I'm not going to bother to repeat that. But Mac is still looking for, I guess, a medium power amplifier, something like a SB220 or one of those. And anyhow, of course, Mac is on the internet, and you can his W4AX is his call. All right, let's go on down here. Manual, KW4TV in the tallest mountain of Florida. We sure are praying for your daughter and for your family. I know that's tough, and they would like for you to come on and give us your daughter's first name so that when they lift prayers, it will be certainly more personal to the Almighty. So, KW4TV, what is your daughter's name? Over.
Okay, Sam. Thank you for the wonderful job you're doing. And my daughter's name is Amanda Alton. And we do appreciate all the thoughts and prayers, guys. Again, I would say her name is Amanda Alton. When she goes, she's going to UAB again tomorrow for another trip. And they're coming along pretty good. They've got it pretty well took care of in her lungs. But it's down in her liver and stuff before they're having the problems with. So I don't know how that's going to work out. It's in the Lord's hands, and we'll leave it at that. And I'll give a report along. Thank you guys so much for having her in your thoughts and prayers. But I'll give you a report along. Anyway, I want to get on to Mr. Arnold. I like to watch. I've watched him for quite some time. I've got an RC-88. On there. I watched him 2 or 3 times. Trying to gain a little knowledge, and he is a very sharp guy. I enjoy watching his YouTube channel. And I want to shout out to Bob, Big KC. Bob, you sound great. I hope you're still in as good as you sound. I know you've been kind of down lately, but it's great to hear from you. W4AX is sounding good. Everybody's sounding good down this way tonight. Old band. A little run from everybody. Hello, Kevin. I got your videos and stuff. That was really enjoyed watching the old bears and stuff. But anyway, I won't hold it up anymore. Sam, thank you again. for doing the nets. You always do a great job. Thank you. With that, we'll turn it back to you. KW4C.
Let's see, was that John, PZS?
Emmanuel, KW4C.
Somebody else just broke in right after Manuel there. Was that Bob? I don't know who it was. Would you ID again the station identifying?
That was John, K4VZS Sam, and also Roy tried to get in right when I got done, so put Roy and VZS on there, and I diddle, over.
Roger, we'll do that. And anyhow, let's see. Virgil, W4OLJ, Sweetwater, Tennessee. Come on in. Glad to have you with us. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI and Annette, this is W4OLJ. Okay, Sam. I'm not sure it's my turn there, but I'll take it here for a minute. Yeah, you're coming in good here now most of the time. A while ago there, you dropped down and then came right back, booming right back in. The band is peculiar here tonight. But anyway, everything's going good here in the Sweetwater Valley today. We're on the 21V2, as Robert calls it, with a 41000 and the 75A4 receiver. And like I said, the band is peculiar. I'm copying some of the stations real good, and then in a minute or two they'll be dropped down there. So, and Bob, BKC, I was thinking of you today. I had a magazine here talking about Mule Day there in Columbia, and boy, that is something. That is some kind of a festivity that they have there. I'd like to get over there and see that one of these days. Sure is something. See all those mules and all the parades and everything that they do. By the way, you were coming in good over here, Bob. Real good signal. So that's about all we got, Sam. You're doing a great job, as usual. And I'll play 73 to everybody. W4AMI. This is W4OLJ.
Turned it back to you, Sam.
I know I forgot to flip my switch. But what happens is when the signals fade and so forth, I have to cut my B plus off because the noise that my plate supply generates in the 813s kind of infringes on the receive reception. So there you go. That's why I do that. Yeah, I know it's old age too, but anyway, I do the best I can. All right, mighty fine. Kevin, you're doing a great job, by the way, and I'm going to throw it back to you in just a minute. But anyway, let's see. Let's pick up John, K4BZS from Pensacola. Brother John, it's your turn, sir. K4BZS. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI. Come out 95% of the work. That's that. Also, I took a couple house jobs. So let's dump what we worked on from 80 and 40. Noisy sound, but signal support, but saw something comes up. Yeah, what do you do about that? I'm hoping that everything all the for a while. Got support tonight, so that's what's that. Before AMI,
We'll do that, Art, for sure. Good to hear you, and you're doing well. John, appreciate you being there in Pensacola, and let's see, N4JK, I'm going to put you on the list. And, boy, I'll tell you what, the signals are getting kind of wavery. You know, the 1 second people coming in great, the other second they're not. But you know how it is. Let's see. Sorry for the dead air. I can't write. I'm writing in my lap. It's slow. All right, got N4JK going on the list. Make note of that there, Kevin. If you can hear me all right, I hope you can. But anyway, so far so good. Let's see, we still got to pick up Ray, W4OB. Ray, go ahead and make one. This is W4AMI. Over.
W4AMI, this is W4OB. Well, a very good evening to you, Sam. You're sounding great on Little Hoss from beautiful Lake Martin. So you're doing great, and thanks for doing the net tonight, Sam. And thanks for calling me. So 73 to everyone. I'm actually copying everyone on the Mohawk receiver. So, but Dr. Ron, congratulations again on member number 300, Paul Carlson. And I wrote down about Mr. Carlson's lab. You know what we'll have to do, Sam? If we want to work Paul Carlson in British Columbia, we might want to, well, we could do our net one evening on 3885, but then go like the last 15 minutes on 10 meters, and maybe we could work Paul, who knows? So, but that's a great addition. Let's see, and Kevin, if you're listening here, congratulations on that wonderful vacation in Cades Cove. You know, the year before last, we had our family vacation just outside the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and we hiked so many of the trails, mostly on the eastern side, but we did go over on the western side to see Cades Cove, and what a beautiful spot that is. So I'm glad you and your dear wife had fun glamping. So very, very good. Very good signals tonight. You know, actually, I'm copying everyone. So even the guys down in Florida, Manuel again, we'll definitely be praying for your daughter Amanda. So hopefully you can hear me way down in Florida. So anyway, let me send it back to you, Sam. And again, thank you so much for picking me up. 73 to all. W4AMI. This is W4OB.
Back to you, Sam.
I did the thing again. I forgot to throw my plate switch. I had to turn it down to get Roy. But anyway, this is W4AMI. And that was W4OB. And next on my list is going to be N4JK down in Destin, Florida. And just for kicks and giggles, Kevin, can you hear Art all right? Let me send it over to you, and you take over the net, if you would, for right now, until we see what the propagation is going to do. Because it was getting really weird here. So anyway, WA4KM. Assume the call if you would, and then pick up anybody that's left that you got on your list, and add the N4JK to it. I think that's pretty well what I got here. And let's see. Of course, we had Allen on there, and you might even try Stan W4KR. I don't know whether he's around or not, but anyway, you might even try him. Over to you there, Kevin. Let's see what we can do about it. WA4KM, assume the call. This is W4AMI.
Okay, Sam, no problem. Good evening, everybody. This is W4AMI. This is the Tuesday night SAMRC Swap and Fellowship Net, and we'll take some more check-ins here just in a second. Before we do, let's see if Alan, he was going to run off, but he may be here, but we're going to call on him anyway, and then we'll pick up Alan, Roy, and IUC, and FZD, Signal Mountain, and then Art, in that order. So Alan, or if you're there, please make one. This is N4OZI. This is W4AMI. Okay, he said, I made a note here that he would probably be gone, so that we got him. And I think Norm said he may not be here either, but I'm going to call on him because he's on my list. So W7IUC, it's over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI. Okay, he said he was leaving, but that's fine. I don't want to leave nobody out. They get upset. Okay, we're going to send it up to Signal Mountain up there in Tennessee, and he wasn't sure as well. K3FZ Delta, it's over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI.
This is K3FZ Signal Mountain. Thank you. Name is Larry. I don't hear the Florida stations well, so I missed Manuel's daughter's name, but then I heard W4OB mention it, Amanda, so we will make a note of that as well. We certainly agree with prayers to the Lord Almighty. So, very good. By the way, I understand that there's a new word, glamping, and that relates to camping, but there's another word, when I lived in New Zealand, they call hiking tramping, like tramping. So there you go. W4AMI, K3FZD.
Well, okay, yeah, her name was Amanda. I think they call her Mandy, but her name's Amanda, and I believe her last name's Austin, but her first name is Amanda. And yeah, she could use some prayers going through that cancer stuff is rough, and prayers work. Alrighty, next on the list, we'll pick up Roy down there, and then Art, and then we'll see if we got anybody else that wants to check in here. This is the Tuesday night SAMRC, and that stands for the Southeastern AM Radio Club, Swap and Fellowship Net, and we're going down to Pensacola to see if W4I Diddle Diddle's still there. So over to you, Roy, for your comments. This is W4AMI.
This is W4I Diddle Diddle run in Pensacola, and just a bit here, you come in and say, all the good stuff to do along with and an MC300 receiver and a D104 microphone. And that's pretty well the story here, Kevin. I'm going to turn it back to you. And you can pick up some more. I know Richard bumped it in a few minutes, so this stuff for him. Let me finish with this little statement, Kevin. These devils I know. I tell you, brother, that that's the story. Hurt my feelings.
All right, Roy, will you put that dirty sock back on that D104? That radio's doing you a fine job. Thanks for hanging around and checking in with us. It's always good to hear you on all the nets. All righty, next on there, I see, I didn't hear him, but Sam did, and we're going to call on him. N4JK Art down there in Destin, Florida. Art, if you're there, please pick it up. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI from N4JK. Yeah, I'm here. I wouldn't miss this, Kevin. I'm not hearing you tonight. I haven't been able to check in on Tuesdays in a while. But I can tonight. This is a real treat. Roy, you got to keep the names of your girlfriends straight. That's really important. Anyway, Mary Lou sounded really good over here. You're sounding better than water. And let's see. I did want to say hi to John. That new antenna sounded good. And let's see. Going to pass along to Manuel. We'll keep Amanda in our prayers too. Like you, I get a lot from that Mr. Carlson's Labs. He's got some good information there. Kevin, thanks for being here. Thanks for picking me up. You have a good evening. W4AMI from N4JK.
All right, good to hear you, Art, and hope you and the missus are doing well these days, and glad you stopped by. It's always good to hear you. Okay, before I pick up any more stations, let me see if I've missed anybody. I don't think I did, but sometimes we do, and I don't want nobody to get upset. If we've missed anyone and you were not called on, please come now, and then we'll take extra check-ins afterwards. Did we miss anyone, or was you not called on at this time because the band's been really noisy? Please come now. This is W4AMI.
And this is Kilo 4 Hotel Uniform Mike. Sorry, just getting in the check.
Okay, well, hold on, Lenny. Okay, I guess I didn't miss nobody. Well, that's good. We don't like missing nobody. K4HUM. That's my good friend Lenny down there in Barnesville. And I heard someone else. We'll go ahead and open it up now. Anyone wishing to get on the roster this evening for the Southeastern AM Radio Club SWAT and Fellowship Net, and I've got you, Lenny. Please come at this time, and we'll get you on the list. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI, K4CWW.
Someone was out of my band pass. I seen them queue up, but I couldn't hear them. Okay, hey Perry, I got Perry, K4CWW, and there was someone else that was up the band, maybe on 3890. Could you try it again? I may try to find you if we're on 3885. I don't know if you drifted up, but try it again, please. This is W4AMI. Okay, I heard Tom. Hey, Tom. Whiskey 9 Tango Alpha Bravo. That's Tom. Okay, what's the relay?
W4MAC, Mac. W4MAC.
Thank you, Manuel. Hey, Mr. Mac, good to hear you this evening. That's the other Mac. All righty, anyone else? This is W4AMI. Okay, we ended up with a whole page in these bad bank conditions, and appreciate everybody hanging around and bearing with us. We just, like Sam said, do the best we can, what we got, and the conditions were bad, but they were getting better. All righty, enough of that. Let's go pick up Lenny down there in Barnesville, K4HUM. Lenny, how you doing this evening? This is W4AMI.
Yeah, good evening, Kevin, and the net, W4AMI, K4HUM. We're doing just fine. Just trying to rebuild the zero turn so I can chop some weeds. I hope my parts get here before too long, because it'll be knee-high to the grasshopper before it's over. Anyway, nothing much to say here, but just want to say everybody have a wonderful, wonderful, safe week, and look forward to conditions may be better on Thursday. That old orange thing is a mighty angry critter out there a ways away, but another total blackout just a little while ago. another ex-player. Anyway, back to you there, Kevin. Doing a great job. And Sam, what am I just getting in here, so I'm sorry I missed your portion. And Godspeed, everybody. K4HOM.
Okay, Lenny, we appreciate it. I know you wasn't here earlier, but we got our 300th member this evening. For the ones that don't know that, there's a couple that come in late. Paul Carlson, he's number 300 on the SAMRC Swap Fellowship Net. 300 members. That's just crazy. That's wild. And he, if you want to check him out too, that's Paul Carlson. And I didn't get his whole call. Bob gave it earlier, but it's Mr. Carlson's Labs Restoration and Old Radios. He's up in British Columbia, Canada. And it was VE7VZ, and I didn't get the last name, but I'll get it later. But and we want to welcome Paul if he's listening on the SDR. And y'all be surprised the people that listen and emails I get that listen on the SDR. And some are hams and some are not. And we encourage them to get their ticket. Okay, let's see. Let's pick up Perry, K4CWW. Perry, how you doing this evening? This is W4AMI.
Okay, W4AMI, K4CWW. Oh, I got here about the right time, so I should check in the net tonight. Well, I'll wait about 2 hours, and then I won't have to wait long to talk some. Okay, I'm a little bit off frequency, but not enough to worry about, I guess. I just pulled up solar ham. Yeah, I know we had that X 4.5 at 1 something in the morning night before last. Yeah, we had one kissing the X flare with the run, and that one from 2 days ago. But that was a good one, because when it came along, it did black everything out for a while. So I think it said it was the third most powerful one of the current solar cycle, so we're doing good. Well, anyway, but I haven't been able to check into that a couple of weeks, so I guess you can tell everybody I'm not dead. I'm still out here. I'm in Tuscaloosa tonight, running the HT37 75S1 receiver, and Henry amp, and this is the infrared antenna. So, good evening, everybody. Guess without further ado, shouldn't hold the train up here, but Kevin, I appreciate you picking me up, and I don't know, maybe I'll try to get here a little earlier next week. Who knows? W4AMI. God bless you all. W4AMI, K4CWW. Good night.
Okay, Perry. You ain't that far. You're just barely up. Don't worry about it. There was someone else, I believe, that was farther up. Man, you're just tad up. No worries. Copied you just fine. HT37 is doing a good job, and from Tuscaloosa, and the NFED's doing you good too. I didn't have real good luck with my NFED. I got I think it's a My Antenna or whoever who makes that out of Florida. I usually make my own antennas, but I went back to my ladder line doublet, but that's maybe just my location, and I'm kind of partial to them anyway. I know Sam is as well. Okay, with no further ado, let's go on down the list here and pick up Tom down there in Florida. W9TAB. Tom, how you doing, sir? And it's over to you for your comments. W4AMI. Okay, Tom, thank you for all that you do to help out AM, and I copied you just fine. The band's actually getting better near the end of it, but that's the way it is. Like Perry said, that solar blast we got ain't helping matters out, but we're getting through that. We got almost the whole page, so that's real good under these adverse conditions, and I'll take it any day. Alrighty, next it's a tail gunner here. Mac down there in Florida, W4MAC. Mac, over to you for your comments, sir. Hope you're doing good this evening. This is W4AMI. Well, okay. Let me come back down here. Sorry about that. All right, Mac. Well, good to hear you. And I was copying pretty good. You were up just a tad. That's one good thing about when I get on the Flex, I can see and move real easily, and it's got a lot of filters for calling the net, and I also got it paired up with the big 3CX 3002, so running legal limits. So that seems to help too, along with the good filtering. But anyway, we've reached the bottom of the list this evening, and I tell you guys, thanks for hanging in here with us. It was a rough night, but y'all are troopers, and y'all always are, and I enjoy calling that with Sam each and every other Tuesday. And, let me see. I think he said to check on Stan before we close it out. Let me see if Stan's there real quick. W4KR, are you there? This is W4AMI. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't want to leave anyone out. All righty, guys. Thanks for taking time and being a part of this great, wonderful net and all the AM nets. And go check out the W4AMI.org website. They're working on some projects there. We got the 300th member, and he's a good one, guys. Not that the others are not. Paul Carlson, he's number 300. And he's a Canadian, and he does restoration of old radios, and he's got a website. I think he said it was Carlson Labs Restoration of Radios in British Columbia, Canada. And he's our 300th member, and congratulations to him if he's listening, and thank everyone for coming in. Okay, next net will be Thursday. That's the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net, and that'll be on 3885 at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. They don't have a pre-net. And then on Sunday, they have the Florida AM net, 3885 at 6 a.m. Eastern. And then we'll start back again on Monday with the Eagle AM net at 3885, 6:30 pre-net, and then 7 o'clock the actual net, and then back here again on Tuesday, the Southeastern AM Radio Club swap net. I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all that participated this evening. Thank you from the City of Gold here. My name's Kevin, and my call is WA4KM. And I'm going to send it back to Sam and see if he has anything further. If not, guys, we'll see y'all on Thursday evening. It's been a privilege to help call this net, and thank you all. KF4TXQ, over to you. This is WA4KM.
mighty fine, Kevin. You always do a great job on the pre-net. You do a great job in wrapping up the net. And I think this time it worked out really well because you got back in there at the time the propagation was allowing the signals to come up from Florida a little bit. So anyway, you know how it is. We just kind of play it by ear and do the best we can. And we do the best we can with what we got to play with. So anyway, I hope you and Miss Susie are doing well, and I hope y'all are having a good week, and I hope you have an even better week as this one progresses. 7-3's one and all. This is KF4TXQ, Dadeville, Alabama, saying 73s and diddly-da-de-da, all.
Come back here, War Eagle.
War Eagle to you.